Ever heard of the phrases your close families always tell you about getting into university, to get a job, or to work hard so it can pay you enough to live long and have a nice retirement? Have you actually wondered how they are so obsessed with jobs that pay well? How is it that they think a job is enough to set you up for life? When did they come up with that? A lot of the people I found in life and talked to, almost all of them, are settled with high paying jobs and a retirement plan, including my parents. My parents fortunately saved some of the money from their retirement plan to try to get a taste of the real estate business. Even if starting at their old age, it is still an investment for life. What's unfortunate is my parents are only one of the few people who spend some salaries into assets. Most people, young ones especially, are keen on spending their first year salaries into items such as cars, house mortgages, or even luxurious items. Those items, of course, are still considered as assets, but the underlying difference is that they plan to use it, not gain value out of it. What they did by buying those was not motivated by the drive to invest, but to consume. Ever since we were kids and up until high schools, we were taught about applicable skills and theories. We were taught by our teachers how to do math, how to calculate velocities of moving items. We were even taught about economics. But what they didn't teach us is how to use a job, how to use the money after you get a job. What school did to us was to prepare us to be employable and have a job. What most of the teachers taught us was that the job we're supposed to get would be enough to feed us our whole life. Haven't you ever thought about having salaries without the job? This is not a rhetorical question for the lazy people. This is a wake-up call for those who forsake their own time for a job that pays just enough. We were meant from the start to fit into a job and feed from it our whole life. I was so done with how vicious cycle of work, eat, and sleep gets repeating over and over again. So I started to find ways to trade stocks with my allowance that my mom gave me. For starters, I don't know a single thing about trading stocks at that time. I started prying knowledge about it everywhere, including asking my mom for it. Then I came across Robert Kiyosaki's book, The Rich Dad and the Poor Dad. The book didn't teach me how to trade stocks like a pro, but it gave me a reason for my efforts to break the work-sleep cycle. Robert's book taught me about how the rich people get even richer and the poor gets even poorer. Because the rich have started cultivating their assets and snowballed their money since they can spell. What they do to snowball their money is to buy assets that can return money back for them. They do this not only once, but they adopt this behavior for life. The result is they reach financial freedom by 30. Some even reach it before 30, younger than that. To clarify what I meant by rich people getting more and poor people getting poorer, it's not that poor people cannot move forward. No, that's not what I mean. It's the mentality that gives them the difference. The poor mentality, as Robert wrote, is the behavior of spending the money not into stuff that can return money, but to lose it. Consumables, even mortgage houses, lose value over time and overusage. But if those stuff are meant to be assets and in the end turn into investment, then you can reap the return in the future. The earlier you put in your money for investments, the bigger the snowball of money. Why would you want to work for money when the money can do work for you? Reach financial freedom through the right behavior of life. Keep this one in mind and thank you for listening.